Ladies and gentlemen, I can officially say Meta is not dead. In this short case study, I'm going to be showing you how we've been able to scale this e-commerce brand to $600,000 in revenue per month, which is pretty cool. But the coolest thing about it is how we've been able to do this at a 3.38 return on ad spend. So I'm going to be breaking this down in 4 different tips that are going to really help you scale your business. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So as you see here, $600,000 in 30 days. This is by our agency, Ecommerce. You can find us at ecommerce.co. But let's get started with the first tip. So the first thing is to solidify your brand. So one of the biggest keys to successful media buying, and this is why a lot of people can't get it right nowadays, is having a really strong brand. So I encourage all of you to create a community, take it more seriously, incentivize engagement within your community. Some easy ways to do that are through giveaways and challenges. This is how a lot of people have grown their community. Think Mr. Beast. What do? They film videos around giveaways and challenges, and they have one of the biggest YouTube communities in the world. That's a very simple one that you can do to start really growing your community and getting people involved. That's really one of the biggest keys to making your ad spend more effective. And this is a huge reason why a lot of brands are not able to be profitable on the front end with their ads. It's because they haven't really nailed this down. So shout out to this brand because they've made it really easy for us to scale. Now, the second thing is establishing clear KPIs for all countries. So you really need to know your numbers. This is going to give you a much higher likelihood of winning. Now, we keep track of all these metrics for all of our clients through Google Sheets. So find a simple template that you can use to track all the variables. But some of those things include average order value, your average fees, your break-even point so that you can find your target cost per purchase and target ROAS. So that's been massive for this brand because it's allowed us to scale internationally, which has been really effective for getting the highest return on ad spend. Now, tip number 3 here is to use the machine and never stop testing. So this one is a little bit more abstract, but this is actually the reason why, in my opinion, most agencies and media buyers struggle. It's because either they really overcomplicate the machine or they just stop testing. So people fall into those 2 categories, but at Ecommerce, what we try to do is fall right in the middle of that. So what I mean by that is letting the machine do its work. So leaving things on. As you see, we have a bunch of different campaigns here. I'm not going to go through each one, but basically we're segmenting things by countries. We're segmenting campaigns by scaling and testing, and then we're always doing new things in the testing campaigns. And this is how we're able to achieve a really high return on ad spend, even on our scaling campaigns, because we're continuously testing new things. And just real quick, I got to give a huge shout out to my team because, of course, this would not be possible without them. They're the ones that are actually running the ads. We're just all coming up with strategies together, but they're really the ones that are making the magic happen. But that's a big thing. People make changes way too quickly, and this just doesn't let the machine do its work. So by the machine, I mean the algorithm and the AI behind these ad platforms. It's only getting better, especially on Instagram and Google and TikTok as well. Facebook is a little bit iffy, but you run Instagram ads through the Facebook ads platform, so don't overthink that too much either. And the reason we think it's really smart to separate campaigns by countries for scaling is mainly in case something goes wrong in one of those countries, and then you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket, right? You don't want to have to reset the learning phase on your one campaign. So this way you're mitigating risk by segmenting a little bit, but still leaving it fairly broad. So that's the balance that I'm talking about. Now, tip number 4 is going to be to never stop producing content. So this is actually what's going to take us from 600K to $1 million a month. Content is king, right? The more content that you have, the more content you can test, and the more content you can test, the higher likelihood of winning that you have. And this is a big tip for you TikTok people out there as well, is testing content on TikTok is super smart because on TikTok, unfortunately, creatives don't last nearly as long. You need to be producing so much more content, but what you can do with some of those creatives that have died on TikTok is extend them through Meta. So Meta is also really big on Reels now and short form content. So you can definitely extend those creatives on TikTok that have died into Meta. That's a big thing. Now, number 5 is a quick bonus. It's to learn from the best. So this is one of my favorite quotes. It's, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." And we're so blessed that we have so many incredible businesses, e-commerce businesses out there that have paved the way for us, that have set up a nice blueprint to setting up a successful business and brand. So luckily for you, on my channel, I have an entire playlist with over 100 different e-commerce case studies where we break down their landing pages, the markets that they're in, the ads that they run, the community strategies that they're using. Really, I think if you take just a couple hours to watch that entire playlist, each one of those case studies is only like 5 minutes long, you'll come out of it with like a year's worth of incredible knowledge that you're going to be able to apply. These brands have already done the hard work. They've already spent the millions testing things, so there's no better people to learn than from them. But that's about it. As always, if you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments. I check every single comment and love helping you guys out because you guys help me out by watching these videos, engaging with my content, using our Shopify partner link, etc. But that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.